Well, this time our rusty reporter...
Trusty,
right, sorry. Whatever. Jay Coleman Jr. quizzes Jimmy Barnes on a variety of different subjects, in particular, the martial arts.
Jimmy!
I read a review of something in England, and it seems to be like some of the English press is taking a bit more interest in Jimmy Barnes.
I know, it's incredible, yeah. I expect to get crucified there every time I release an album, but particularly this last album, they loved it for some reason. Only the press, the public didn't like it very much.
I don't know about that.
No, we went and played a couple of gigs there a couple of months back, and it was Brixton Academy. Fought our way in, fought our way out, but it was it was fantastic. Yeah, really good.
What about next year? What do you want to be doing next year? I mean, there's some sort of little idea you've had?
Well, I think I'm actually going to record back here this time, so I'm going to be probably spending most of the year between this club tour, pub tour, and the recording an album. I'm probably going to spend quite a lot of time in Australia next year, which would be great. You know, it'd be a nice change because I've been away that much lately. But you know, I'm far from deserting America and Europe. I'd like to spend a bit more time in Europe as well. Like off the back of that Brixton gig, I went and sort of did a bit of press around there, and it's just a great place. I'd love to go play in there.
Yeah, I guess it's important to sort of keep some sort of profile happening in not only Australia but America and England these days. Yeah,
it's fairly time consuming, but you've got to do that, you know.
So what will Jimmy Barnes be doing for Christmas?
Christmas, I'll probably be home. We're touring right up until about the day before, and then I've got like 10 days off over Christmas, so I think I'll go home, get all the Canucks and all the homeless members of the band down there for a big dinner, and generally, you know, party out a bit.
That's good. So you're going to take all the band maybe to the farm for Christmas?
Yeah, that's what we normally do. We did that like every time we have we get all the homeless ones down there. We get Ralph Clapton, you know, Richard comes down, and everybody else comes down. Everybody that hasn't, you know, got anywhere to go, they all come down and party with us.
Well, I was lucky enough to be at Richard Clapton's wedding reception, and could you maybe explain to the folks a little of what happened that night, the band that you put together?
Who was in that band? It was by that stage, it was
Richard was in it.
Richard, myself, Buzz, was it?
Buzz, John Stevens.
John Stevens, yeah. It was a real mixed 20. It was like singer's heaven, you know, singer's hell. Singer's heaven, listener's hell.
Dancers millennium. I don't know what to do. What, should we dance or?
No, but it was great. You know, it was like, you know, it's Ralph's wedding. You know, you don't get Richard Clapton getting married very often, so it's, you know, we had to put it on for him. You know, we got up there and sang a couple of little numbers for him and Susie. You know. Okay,
Jimmy, I've asked you this before, but what will you be doing in 5 years' time?
Oh, on this day?
No, not particularly on this day, but in 5 years' time.
Hopefully I'll be in, you know, be a better singer, I think. That's about it. Making better records and making a heap more money.
What about John Swan? What will Swanee be doing in 5 years' time? He's got a special saying, hasn't he? What? Swanee's saying, what's his...
What's this one? He's got a few, but he can't repeat them on this show.
No, the one about clawing his...
Oh, yeah, he scratched and clawed his way into the middle. Well, I think we would have scratched and clawed all the way to the top by then. He's, I don't know, I'm looking, I was talking to John recently about maybe next year I might, because I'm building a studio at my house too, I might get John in and me and him, you know, write and make I like that truck, eh?
Yeah, excuse me.
Excuse me.
That was the airline food.
Breakfast was a bit... no, I'll probably, you know, get John together and help him make a record. It'd be real good.
You've been popular for so long and you've got so many sort of avid fans. Do you ever have any trouble with the fans?
Oh, it's most of the time it's pretty good, actually, you know, like, obviously, you know, you get the odd yob giving you a hard time, but you know, we normally sort of fix that pretty quick. But most of the time it's you know, people, it's just genuine, you know, people come up wanting, you know, say hello and get an autograph, so you know, can't really say too much about that. You know, they buy your records, they support you for years. It's like, you know, it's the least you can do. But the only time that really gets a hassle is when they come up your house. You know, I reckon when I'm at home, you know, just because I got my family there and, you know, that's my home, it should be a bit of privacy. I've actually once had a bus load of kids on a school excursion. This hip teacher thought he'd be cool and bring them up to Jimmy Barnes' house, you know, and like about 30 kids screaming came running across my front lawn, you know, and I got like Rottweilers and all this sort of stuff running around. And if the dog had eaten one of them, you know, I would have had to shoot it. You know? So it's a bit of a pain sometimes.
Yeah.
I had to, like, you know, and I've you know, mobs of bikies turning up and hanging up outside, and, you know, weirdos try to kick the door down, and, you know.
Well, I mean, what do? Do you just sort of go out and reason with them, or what?
If I could catch him, I'd really reason with him. I think it'd be, no, I never say anything about, you know, people coming up to me in the street or anywhere, except at home. I just don't like people coming near my house, you know, because you don't know who they are, and, you know, it's you know, if I'm not there, it gets pretty scary for the family, you know. you know, carloads of guys outside the house at 3 o'clock in the morning and stuff like that, you know, and I'm away, you know, on tour.
What about the old karate thing? I mean, you're still sort of having a bit of a fitness regime.
Yeah, having a bit of a dabble, you know. It's Noel, my instructor's been giving me a hard time waiting to get me happening again, but I think I'll probably get it.
Brown belt.
Only a wee brown belt. I'll give you.
Jimmy, thank you very much.
I got brown undies.
I can see that. Right now, here is Jimmy and driving.